Hey guys, it's Heart, and today I'm going to be calculating how much my entire collection is worth. I actually don't even know how many dolls I currently have because I have a lot that I keep in my collection, and then I have a lot that I'm going to sell, or they were in my collection and I have to sell them, or I'm going to fix them up. Or I think I even have a brand new doll in the basement that I think it's number 58 that I just haven't gotten around to selling since I went to college. So those are a bunch of things that I need to get to eventually. But basically I did a bunch of research and I looked on resale websites, mostly eBay, to see what these dolls were being sold for. I kind of tried to take an average generally of how much they were being sold for, taking into consideration the condition of the doll, whether or not I have the meat outfit. So let's get started. So my first doll was Just Like You, number 29, and yes, it was called Just Like You at the time that I got her, and she is about $90 based on retail websites. I do have her original meat outfit, and she is in pretty good condition. She was my first doll, and I got her in, I want to say 2009 or 2010, so she is about 15 years old, which is crazy, but for her age I think she's in pretty good condition. Her limbs could probably be tightened, and she was retired in 2021, so she is not a super rare doll, but not being manufactured currently, which is why she's worth a little bit more even though she's used. My second doll was Just Like You, number 55. She's also going on 15 years old. I estimated her at around $80 because she's not quite as rare. A lot of people have this doll. She was super popular. She's in good condition. I did have to recurl her hair because I got her when I was little and I definitely brushed out the waves too much where they got straight. But I redid her hair and it looks pretty good. She was retired in 2022, so a little bit more recent of retirement, but finding one that's in pretty good condition is kind of hard because I feel like this was such a popular doll for little girls, and so she's naturally a little bit more tussled than in most of the eBay postings. Next is Just Like You, number 56. I valued her at $120, which I was surprised about because I do have her meat outfit. She's in pretty good condition for her age, and she was retired in 2021. She is a little bit more rare because I was looking on eBay and Mercari, and I noticed that there are not as many listings for her as like 29 and 55. So I think she's a little bit more valuable, and again, her hair is kind of hard to take care of. So I noticed a lot of the listings, her hair was super brushed out and almost straight and matted. But I've always taken really good care of her hair. So I think she is valued at around $120. Next is Just Like You, number 27. She is valued at $55, which is actually one of the lowest because she's currently being sold at American Girl in like a bundle type of thing, which I assume is kind of like limited quantity because she's the old version, and they reintroduced her in 2022 or 2023 as, I think it's JLY 100, I'm not sure, but basically she just has the eyelashes painted on and the eyebrows. So she's less rare because there is a new version of her, and most people are probably going to gravitate towards the new version, and she was retired in 2022. My doll is in good condition, but I think she's valued less overall. Next is Just Like You, number 41. I valued her at about $100. She also seems harder to find. I do have her meat outfit, her box, and she's in great condition. She was retired in 2016, which is a lot earlier than a lot of the other dolls in my collection, and so she's less on eBay and other resale sites. It's harder to find, especially with good condition hair, because she has curly hair, so it's harder to preserve her hair than like for a straight hair doll. Next is Caroline Abbott. I valued her at about $175 because she was only out for a few years. She's rarer in general. She's the only doll with that eye color, and I have her entire original outfit, her book. She's in great condition, and I've seen people selling pretty used versions of her for at least $150, so her value could be even more than $175, but I wanted to be on the lower side just so I don't overestimate anything. And she was retired in 2015. She was only sold for like 3 years, I think, so definitely a little bit harder to find. Definitely a unique doll and hard to find in good condition. Again, very long curly hair that can be hard to take care of. Next is Troy, who is my custom boy doll. I valued him at around $90. However, I believe he was made out of a Kaylee doll, who was the Girl of the Year in 2003. So she's probably way more rare than a customized boy doll, obviously. So if I had kept her in her original state, it probably would be worth more, but it's okay. Generally, boy dolls go for sale on eBay for around $100, probably more, but those ones are newer and more contemporary, and Troy is a old doll with just like the boy doll wig from back in 2013. So I'd say $90 is a pretty good guess. Next we have Grace Thomas, who is Girl of the Year in 2015, and she was only out for that year as opposed to the current Girl of the Years who stay out longer than their year. I have her original outfit and her book, and she's in near perfect condition. Again, straight hair, super easy to take care of. She's around 10 years old now, which is crazy, and it's harder to find a great condition Grace on resale websites, so the ones that are in good condition are priced significantly higher. And I also noticed there's a lot of new in box versions, but those ones go for $150 to $200. Next is Gabriella slash JLY46. So I valued her at about $100 because almost every Gabriella I saw on eBay was in pretty rough condition. A lot of girls, younger girls, probably got her and are not sure how to take care of curly hair like that, so that's probably the result. However, I got her when she was just like U46. I didn't get her when she was Gabriella. But American Girl sent out Gabriella's meet outfit for free to anyone who had purchased number 46 before she became Girl of the Year. So I have the Girl of the Year outfit and I have her Truly Me meet outfit. So I think $100 is pretty fair. Next we have Audrey, who is a custom number 55. But she is a 55 with a new wig and some drawn on makeup that probably decreases her value because people like to usually do their own makeup on their dolls, or if they're going to buy makeup on their dolls, it's going to be professional, and this was very much just like a young girl doing it. So she has no meet outfit because she was part of a doll swap that I did with one of my old friends, so she's probably on the lower end of value. Next we have Leah Clark, who's right here, and she's Girl of the Year 2016. She's not super rare because she was a very popular Girl of the Year, but she's hard to find in great condition, and as you can see, mine is in near perfect condition. Her hair is still shiny and gorgeous. Her limbs are all super tight and she has no shine marks. So I would value mine pretty high at like $110, $120. And she is in near perfect condition. I have her original meet outfit. Next we have Phyllis, who's a custom 55 as well. And I value her at about $65. She is a custom doll I made to resemble my grandmother. And she was made out of a 55 and she has a custom wig. So she doesn't have a meet outfit because she's a custom doll, and I think she would generally go for about $65. Next we have Kanani Akina, who I renamed Ren. She was Girl of the Year 2011 and I valued her at about $100. So I got her from my best friend who definitely played with her a lot, got a lot of use out of her. So I did have to straighten and then recurl her hair, so it's not in like her factory set curls, it's remade curls, because the hair was in pretty bad condition. So it doesn't have the same texture as it did when she was new. I also don't have her meet outfit, so that reduces the value. But compared to other listings, she's in decent condition and she's still a rare doll, so $100. Next we have Just Like You number 49. I have her valued at about $100 as well. She was retired in 2020 and she seems to be a little bit harder to find on resale websites, especially in the condition that she's in. She's in very, very good condition. And I have her original meet outfit and I think she would go for about $100. Next we have Just Like You number 66, and I have her at $150 because my doll has beautiful custom makeup done by a talented doll artist, so that increases her value because it's like professionally done. And a lot of people would probably value her at more because people pay a lot of money to get their dolls like face repainted. So I would say about $150, and there's also a lot of listings for new in box number 66s I noticed, which was kind of interesting to me. But mine is in really great condition, like her hair, her limbs, everything like that, and then she has face makeup, so I think that increases her value. Next we have Z Gang. She is valued at $175, which really surprised me because I knew Z was retired a long time ago, and pretty quickly. She was released in 2017 and retired in 2018, but she went up in value a lot more than I expected. She has a unique mole on her cheek, so that distinguishes her from other dolls. And she was part of the short-lived contemporary line along with like Tenny and Logan. And I have her original meet outfit, I have her box, I have her book, and she's in perfect condition, so I think she would be about $175. Next we have Gemma, who is my create your own doll. Gemma is practically brand new, like she doesn't have any shine marks, her hair is in still perfect condition, her limbs are tight, and she has a very unique combination. So with the create your own line being taken away currently, we don't know if it's going to come back. She's rare to find. I know there was a lot of create your own dolls for sale on eBay, which I was kind of surprised about, like new in box ones. I don't know, I still have her unique gift box and her meet outfit, so I think she'd be a pretty high value doll. Next we have Just Like You number 61. I have her at about $110. She was released in 2014 and retired in 2022. She was replaced by a newer version with the eyebrows and eyelashes, much like number 27 was replaced. But she's harder to find in terms of finding a good condition one on eBay. And my doll's in near perfect condition. I have her meat outfit. And I also saw a lot of brand new in-box dolls of number 61 going for about $140 plus. Next we have Addie. I have her at about $100 because I got her when Be Forever was a thing, so she has the blue dress as opposed to her classic like pinkish dress. I have her original meat outfit and book, and I did take her braids out, so that might change the value a little bit, but she's still in perfect condition. Next we have Jos Kendrick, who I have valued at $135. She's a little bit harder to find in good condition. I have her original meat outfit, book, and hearing aid, and she was Girl of the Year 2020 but was retired in 2022. So she was available a little bit longer, meaning that she's still somewhat rare to find but less than the other Girl of the Years who were only out for 1 year. Lastly, my breadwinner apparently is Marita, who I have valued at $300. I had no clue how rare she was because I bought her on a whim in 2022 when I wasn't even really that into dolls. I did see Olivia Rodrigo bought her, and that kind of inspired me. So I bought her, and she lived in my dorm with me and my roommate, and she was cute, but I literally had no clue that she was going to become a rare doll. Brand new in-box dolls of her are going for up to $450, $500. Mine is obviously unboxed. I still have her meat outfit and book, and she's in great condition, so I would say about $300 as her value, but probably only going to go up. So the grand total of my collection is $2,520, which is crazy. I definitely think some of them have decreased in value because them being used, them being 15 years old. But I think with time, since the Truly Me line has shrunk so much, people are going to start looking for the really good condition ones. The original line, like 29, 27, 41, 55. I'm really grateful that I have kept my dolls in such great condition because I think that they will only grow in value over time, especially like Marita, who knows how much she could be worth in a few years because she was kind of a short-lived doll. So it's really interesting. This was so cool to see. I had no idea how much it was worth. This also doesn't include all the dolls, like I said, that are in my house because I don't consider them part of my collection. Total value of all the American Girl dolls in my house is probably like at least $3,000. So yeah, this was super interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!